The Souris Striders Ski Club has had plenty of snow this winter for members to enjoy, but what the club didn't anticipate was an expensive mechanical breakdown. In late January, the group's snow grooming machine needed a costly repair, and there was not enough money in the bank to pay for it. The community rallied with a quick fundraiser, and the club's now on the comeback trail. There are plans for more fundraising and more members as the Souris Striders grow the biathlon side of their club. Island Morning's Nancy Russell met up with two members of the group to find out more. Becky Townsend is the president of the Souris Striders and one of the coaches of the biathlon team.
We have a big, fancy, proper ski groomer, and every year with any heavy equipment we expect some kind of maintenance or breakdown. And this one kind of took us by surprise and was a little more costly than we had budgeted.
How long was the equipment broken?
Well, luckily Daniel, our head groomer, is quite knacky, him and another local mechanic, David Gregory, and they were able to kind of piece us together and kind of groom not as good as we usually groom, but they were able to to still make it work. We kind of pride ourselves in our grooming of our trails.
My name's Archie Wilson. I'm the treasurer of Souris Striders and a coach for the biathlon with Becky. It was nerve-wracking, really, because you want people to come and you want them to enjoy themselves, but the quality was okay. In fact, it made better skiers of people. It was more challenging than it should have been. Yeah.
You're the dollars and cents guy. What did this mean to the club, the repair?
Well, the repair in total was about $3,500, whereas originally we thought it would be in excess of $5,000, but because we had voluntary help and a local tradesman who worked more hours than he's booked us for, we were able to do it for $3,500, something like that.
How daunting was that, though, knowing that you were looking at that kind of a bill that you hadn't budgeted for?
Well, we were embarrassed, really, because we have budgeted for it, but nowhere near. We didn't realise how big a issue it could become. So at least we're forewarned now that in the future we're going to have to put more money by, to ensure that whatever goes wrong, we can cope with it straight away. Because the parts, in fact, are quite readily available, aren't they, Becky? Yeah, they come from Quebec, and they come here by special courier, and so anything that goes wrong, touch wood, could get fixed fairly quickly with our voluntary labour. Bless them.
So how did you do with your fundraising?
Well, we've done very well, thanks to Mary McCormack and her close friends, because they just swang into action, and in the space of 3 weeks they raised $20,000, 10,000 of which went on prizes and 10,000 went to the club. But unfortunately the club was 5,000 in debt and the groomer has taken 3,500, so we're almost back to square one. But we can carry on because we were actually feeling a bit uneasy about our financial position before that. But now in the summer we're hoping to do a raffle and to raise money that way, and then we should be okay.
What is the state of the club's numbers this season compared to past years?
Well, back when the Souris Striders was booming, there was up to 400 members, but now we're averaging about 100 members probably right now. We're a small but enthusiastic membership, I guess you could say. You know, like any outdoor sport, it's all weather dependent. So this year's was a slow start, but then the snow came in gangbusters.
You can't complain about a lack of snow this year.
No, all my friends were begging me to stop praying for snow like I was in December.
And how have you been able to grow the club over the last couple of years?
Oh, well, one of the things we're doing is trying to get kids more active in the sport in cross-country skiing, because it is a sport you can do for the rest of your life. So we started last winter, Archie and I started a biathlon club with the support of the Brookvale and PEI biathlon. And so last year we had 13 kids, and Archie and I were the coaches, and we figured it out and we muddled our way through it, and we had a great year, a big successful year. And this year we had 17 kids, and then we also got 5 coaches now. So the group is growing, and we may have a demo day here someday in the summer to see the interest, but the interest is there. And actually we're limited now as to the amount of skis and rifles we have, but this summer we're going to do a bit more fundraising and see if we can get some more equipment for the club, because we don't want to say no to kids.
What has it been like for you growing this sport here?
It was with some trepidation, really, in the beginning, because I haven't had experience of kids for a long, long time. And we've got 7-year-olds to 13, boys and girls, and I was astonished how well they got on with one another and helped one another, and they all ended up being able to shoot and being able to skate ski very proficiently.
What's the future for this club, the biathlon part of it?
Well, we just hope it'll grow, and we hope really once we've got the kids involved that their parents will get out more and ski, and then the club can maybe achieve that larger membership that it used to have.
Why did the membership decline?
The demographics of this end of the island, I think most of the men are away, in the oil patch. The population is either old or they're not here, yes.
What are you looking forward to as you continue to grow this club?
We're quite fortunate. I think we have some of the best Nordic or cross-country ski trails on the island. We've got 12 kilometers, 3 of which are lit till 10 o'clock at night, and we just have this fantastic facility, and we just want to share it with as many people as we can. It makes the winter go by faster. So what we're trying to do with the club is just encourage that kind of, fitness. Get out. You can snowshoe on the trails. You can cross-country ski. You can skate ski. Once you get into the woods and out of the wind, it's quite lovely. I got a sunburn on Sunday, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do hope that we can get people out there in the summer by improving the trails, maybe for biking and hiking trails through the woods. So we're going to look into that.
Become year-round?
Yes, that's the hope.
Thank you very much. Nice to hear about it.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Right, thank you very much.
Archie Wilson is treasurer of the Souris Striders Ski Club. Becky Townsend is president, and they're both biathlon coaches. Thanks to Island Morning's Nancy Russell for bringing us that story.